It's like a varsity jacket. Did you see Jess and Beck on our Instagram story wearing my Imperfect Strangers podcast hoodie that I haven't been able to find for weeks?
I saw that. I can't believe that he stole it. And I actually kind of love the fact that he's, supporting the podcast, repping the brand. I mean, he's the kind of celebrity, Melissa, that we need out there pushing this show.
Listen to me. He's like our biggest fan. He comes to every chat. He comes.
He knows the most history of the podcast.
He bought me that brutal podcasting machine that I've still never used. Had it for a year.
He got you headphones. He got you that microphone. I mean, truly, truly.
He's the most supportive husband ever. And now it's like, I've never seen him wear anything with my name on it. Meanwhile, I've been wearing Glassjaw merch literally for 20 years. So this is like a really great turning point in our relationship. I think I might just start wearing the goddamn pants around here. Actually, I think I always have.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have too. But maybe he deserves an honorary title. Like we made Chris our intern. Justin could have an honorary position here at the company.
Let's see. I got to think of it. I don't know. He hasn't really, his tone and his delivery in the chats. He's going to have to work on that. But
he's like the court jester.
Yeah, he's like kind of mean, actually. He's like our biggest fan, but also our biggest heckler. It's terrible.
Well, but didn't you say once, you said that when Justin makes fun of you, that is the highest compliment. So I feel like we are being paid the highest compliment here.
Oh, that is true. He brutalizes us every week. Okay. I have a sad new development, though. This is really going to make you hunker down and not want to get COVID.
Oh, God.
If there's anything that's going to deter you from getting COVID, it's going to be this little factoid. Because let me tell you something. Skin sensitivity post-COVID is real, motherfucker.
Like, what does it feel like?
Listen to me. I have been getting particular treatments, enzyme peels, chemical peels. I've been getting these things I started investing in my skincare, like really hardcore at like 25, but then I really kicked it into high gear at 30, 31, 32 when I was trying to conceive Shalom, and I had a lot of other weird skin issues as I was aging. Then I got pregnant, and then, your skin changes and things happen hormonally and whatever. So I was like, okay, I can't just do like over-the-counter skin stuff. I have to like go to a place and like get help. So
yeah.
Let's see. So 15, 16, 17 years ago, I really started dedicating like time, energy, money into the maintenance of the skin on my frickin' face.
Yeah.
Throughout the course of doing that, my skin is, resilient as shit. My skin, like, for me, if it's not painful, I don't want it. I don't like what is this massaging? No. Let's get in there. I want tools. I want to hear, little packages opening. I want it to be a sterile environment. I want it to be surgical. I want it to be, needles. As it's non-invasive, but painful to me is the way to go. Like, I don't have injections. I don't have plastic surgery, but I do, a lot of different skincare, and I experiment with different treatments that come out on the market. And the ones that I do like are dermaplaning, always manual extractions. I love an enzyme peel. I love the blue light thing. I love microneedling. These are things that I have always done, and it doesn't hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like I also, I'm a person that sat for 5 hours of teeth surgery and was like happy as a clam. So like I'm a fucking weirdo, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the dentist. I'm definitely weird.
Yeah.
But my pain threshold, from the neck up is not, it's amazing. I didn't get to, I skipped all of my appointments for like 2 months because I was gone and then I had COVID. So like my skin is used to these treatments. So for 2 months, you know, I've got like, you know, just a layer of dead skin cells and gross stuff happening to my face. So I was like, this is a much needed gift to myself. I have super immunity. I'm going to get my treatments. Bitch. I said, let's start small. My skin had been feeling really, really dry throughout. And I thought that was just like, you know, you get a cold, you have congestion, right? Like,
yeah.
You know, when you have a cold.
And you're taking medication to dry it up. And so it dries out all your, you know, your water. And it's obviously dry because it's wintertime. So yeah.
Yeah, and your eyes feel all crackly, your nostrils feel all weird. And like for me too, I know when I'm like really hydrated or dry because these big ass soup coolers be cracking and ashy and gross. So like, you know, I've been doing everything I can, drinking water. I even had an IV drip come into the house. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I've been hydrating. But my skin has not been able to retain water, and it's just like crazy. So I came in and I was like, my skin's really dry. You're going to see. And I was like, there's a lot of problem areas. So I pointed them out to her, as I always do. Here, there's this, and here, there's that, and da 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 da. She's like, yeah, okay, yeah. She's like, you're looking really dry, huh? So we started doing the dermaplaning, and the dermaplaning is like this cute little tiny baby scalpel, and they run it across the layer of your skin, and it gets rid of all of the vellus hairs and the dead skin cells. And it basically sets the stage for your enzyme peel before the extractions. So like that raw new skin that has no obstructions on it can take the product in deeper.
Yeah.
That part is nothing. I've never been licked by a cat, but I've heard that dermaplaning, you know, people explain it. They're like, you know, it's like if a cat licks you, it's like, it's scratchy, but it's not. So whatever that is, it's that. But I love it. Yeah. I love the sound of it. I love the ritual of it. I love it when she opens the knife. Like, this is like a very exciting time for me. When I tell you, getting it yesterday, toe curling pain. That has never happened.
Really?
She goes, is everything okay? And I was like, bruh, what blade is this? She was like, it's the same. I was like, she's like, yeah, it's weird. She's like, your skin is being weird. I was like, okay. So we're doing it. And then she goes, you want to do the enzyme? And I was like, yeah, let me just brace myself. And usually, you know, there's a little bit of chit chat. But like when I get the enzyme peel, I tell her, I was like, listen, I got to get in my zone. So like, you know, I hold the fucking sides down. I fucking squeeze my butthole. My toes are crunched deeply up. Yeah, you know what I mean? I get the blanket. You know, I ask for the fan. Yeah. There's a little fan that I got to, you know, get my mind right. She put the first layer of enzyme on. And I was like, interesting, huh? She's doing it. And I'm like, wowzers. This is happening. I was like, is this a different formulation? Like
is it getting hot in here? Like, I was like, what's happening?
Like, my booty hole was spasming on its own. Like, I was like, okay.
Oh, God.
And she's like, I have never seen your skin acting this sensitive. I said, okay. And so, you know, usually you have it on for 3-4 minutes, whatever. And then she takes, you know, a wet, cool, whatever thing, and she wipes it. And she wipes it in the directions like, you know, up, left, right. Like it's a systematic way that she wipes your skin. And like, it's something that I look forward to. Like, I know when she's about to wipe my cheekbones up, I am about to be cute. She wiped them up and it was like, if you had, I imagine this is what it feels like for white people, sunburn, and you rub a towel across it.
Doesn't feel good.
Or like if you got dragged across the carpet. I don't know why you'd be dragged across the carpet. If you and then that raw skin, you rubbed it on something, like a friction. Yeah. It felt like that. And this is not how it feels. It's usually very cool, calming, relaxing. And I was like, bro. She's like, I have never seen you reacting this way. You have such a high threshold. She's like, this is okay. Okay, so now she's doing the extractions and she's going super slow. Usually, like, I don't mind pressure. I'm like, dig it all out, girl. And I'll like feel things oodling out. And I'll be like, ooh, that was a good one, wasn't it? She'll be like, yeah, that was a good one. So, like, you know, we have that rapport. This was just like silence and me gripping the motherfucking handles on this bed.
Really?
I was like, I am so sensitive right now. I am not understanding what's happening. And she was like, I don't know. And I said, could this be a COVID thing? She's like, I mean, I haven't heard this. But I also am, a weird client where like, I'm like, does it, like, when she'll get a new thing and I'll be like, does it hurt? She's like, I don't know. Probably you'll like it. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
I'm that person.
Yeah.
So I had scheduled 2 hours a block of time because, I had missed a lot of appointments. And I was supposed to get laser genesis. Laser genesis, I don't really know exactly what it does, but I do know.
Oh, I looked it up.
It's amazing.
It's hot puffs of air, and it helps to stimulate your collagen production in your face, and it can diminish fine lines and wrinkles.
Thank you. That.
You're welcome.
So you go into a whole separate room with like this giant machine, and it makes a huge noise, and you lay down. Yeah. It's a super sterile environment, and whatever it is, I see that it has like, because if you open your eyes just a little bit, you'll see like a red line, and it's tick, 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 tick. Mm-hmm. And she's going like in quadrants on your face, so she hits every mark. Tick, 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 tick. And like right by my eyes where my crow's feet are, my smile lines, she'll work a little harder, so I'll get those hot puffs of air, and they're hot, bitch.
Yeah.
Hot puffs of air. At first, like, when she does it minimal light, you're like, oh, this is cute. But then when you're really getting it, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
She goes, I don't think we can do it today, Melissa. Your skin is way too sensitive. I don't think we should do anything else with heat. She goes, in fact, we should do the opposite. We should do some cooling stuff. I'm going to make a cooling mask for you, and you're out of here. We can't do any more today, which she's never done. Okay? Because she knows me. If it costs money,
you want your time and money's worth. No, I feel the same way. When I get my microneedling done, after the first appointment, I was like, I want you to go to the maximum depth. I'm paying a lot of money for this, and I want to leave with the maximum result. So like scrape it all off. Right.
And the pain is just, for me, a barometer of how good things are going, Right. So we had to skip the laser genesis. And I got home and my face felt really tight, which is normally, when you leave your facial, your face feeling tight is great. You know, like you're like, great, this is cool, it's working. But like it never like jellied or loosened up. Like usually, you have like, after you get your facial, you get like that. You can like touch your skin and it bounces back. It has like a nice little resilience, it's like a little puttyish and like glowy and wet. Mm-hmm. Mine was automatically dry again. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? So, like, I didn't do any of my skincare overnight. I just put some hyaluronic acid on. I laid my ass the fuck down because it hurt. It hurt.
Yeah.
Woke up this morning. Dude.
Are you swollen?
Dude. Not only am I swollen, there are red splotches everywhere. Like, it's like if you could see where... Like, obviously, in, like, a couple days' time, these little tiny little abrasions to the skin. Those will obviously scab and flake off, and there'll be beautiful new skin underneath. So, like, I'm excited about it, but at the same time, it's never happened like that.
That's crazy. Have you done any Googling to see if there's any anecdotal, like, information about people having skin sensitivity post-COVID?
Amanda Lee, have I done any Googling? What are you talking about? I was literally reading dermatological journals at 2 a.m.
Did you confirm your suspicions?
If you read Shut-In Outfits, you would know. There's a whole series this morning on skin sensitivity.
If you want me to be mentally well, I cannot engage with Shut-In Outfits. I tried. I can't do it.
I did a whole skin series this morning because to report my findings and skin sensitivity. And a lot of times people, they think about COVID and they think about skin. They're like, okay, covetose. Yeah, I've heard of that. Or, okay, urticaria, skin lesions, rash. I've heard of that. No, bitch. We're talking about the subcutaneous level of your skin. We're talking about a vascular issue, the blood that's pumping beneath the layer of your skin being extremely sensitive to touch, your skin feeling like it is burning from the inside out. COVID rewires your immune system, and something is happening to my very normal, tough, leather ass skin that can handle anything could not handle a normal extraction facial and a microderm or and a dermaplaning. It could I could like my toe, my second long toe, she likes to hide under the big toe when she's like she stayed in that position like an arthritis, like that's the pain. So I get home and I'm like, babe, something ain't right. I think I have long COVID. He's like, okay, babe, you keep saying this. And I was like, no, but for serious, if I tested positive on the 31st and it's now the 20th, like how long until it's long COVID? It has to be 6 weeks. Okay, so let's say it's 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I got 3 more weeks of this, but I have still, you can hear it. I'm congested still. I have headaches still. I cough. Usually starts around 7 o'clock. And when I cough, like it tastes like a smoker's cough, but I haven't been smoking.
Weird.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That weird, gravelly. It's
gunky.
It's not a cough like a cold cough. It's a cough like a tar cough. And I don't smoke cigarettes, but that's what it's like. I have that at night. I'm itchy all over. If I could show you the tops of my feet, for some reason, are so itchy every day.
Itchier than normal?
Yes. The tops of my feet, I've scratched them. I must be scratching them in my sleep or something. I wake up and there's new little scabs formed from where I've scratched all night. So,
oh, gosh.
Yes. Justin's like, babe, you don't have long COVID. You just want to say you have long COVID. Well, first of all, why would I want to say I have long COVID?
You have been saying it from the beginning. You were like, I think I can go back and find a couple episodes from the very beginning where you're like, I know if I get it, I'm going to die. It's just my luck. I'm going to have long COVID. So maybe stop trying to manifest it.
Listen, also my left ear at the top where the cartilage, where like people get that, like if you pierce it wrong, you'll get that weird elephant ear deformity with the cartilage and where it's just wrong. You're not supposed to pierce there.
Yeah.
I have an eczema there.
Ooh.
That I've never had before, and the ear is on fire. The top of that ear is on fire all day long, and it's itchy.
Okay, so now I'm going to get into my natural bullshit.
Here she goes. She back on her bullshit. Go ahead, lay it on me.
I'm back on my bullshit. Well, I was going to ask you about like nutrition. Like I know that there are certain foods that you have to avoid when you have eczema. I know that there are certain foods that cause inflammation in the body. So I would be curious to see if like, a temporary elimination diet and like doing things like bone broth and, probiotics to help kind of like boost back up your gut flora would see if that would make a difference in how your skin feels because they're connected.
Oh, they're definitely all connected. Like if I have too much sugar, my body becomes a yeast factory. Like, no, definitely all connected. I would do an elimination diet except for the fact that I don't eat it all as it is. I have no appetite.
Yeah.
Like last night Justin I made salmon for dinner for the girls. Salmon and corn on the cob for the girls. And I took this tiny little portion of salmon, like the size of my palm, not the fingers, cut my fingers off, the size of my palm. That was the piece that I could handle eating because I'm not even kidding you. And he thinks I'm exaggerating and he thinks that I'm just saying this so that I don't have to do the other thing. My gag reflex. Every day, I have had to stop wearing my retainer because I'm doing Invisalign. Because putting it on and taking it off. Look, I just thought of it and now I'm gagging. Yes, putting it on and taking it off. It's like you know when you put your top teeth on top of your bottom teeth. Yeah. Really tight. And oh my God, see? And if you do it long enough, you'll gag.
Okay, so you need to get a little bit of salt When you have to take your retainer out, get a little bit of salt and put it on the tip of your tongue and then do it. And that can help to calm your gag reflex.
Ooh, where you heard that at?
Dead ass, because both boys have, and they got this from me. I also have a strong gag reflex. And when I was pregnant, it got like 100 times worse. They have a really hard time at the dentist getting x-rays.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe like 2 or 3 appointments ago, the hygienist brought in salt, and she was the one that told me the trick. And so before she gives the boys their x-rays and puts those little tabs in, she'll put a little bit of salt on their tongue so that they don't gag. Because you can hear them out in the hall. They're like, blah, blah, blah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so try that. Just a little bit of table salt. And, if you've got to get something out of your mouth or eat something or whatever, try that and see if it doesn't help.
I get this dick out of my mouth. Okay. Wow. Sorry. Okay. Because I was like, and I've never had this. I've never had this, but like only recently. And I was thinking, okay, maybe it's like activated because I'm coughing a lot. Like maybe it's all interconnected. I don't know. But like, but the other thing too is, maybe I'm also just in hyper observational mode.
Yeah.
Trying to like pinpoint if and when this does become long COVID. Sorry, don't put a bell on it. Bing, 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 long COVID. Drinking game.
Even after after having a virus too, like think about the things that can happen to your body. Like, my kids have gotten rashes before at the end of a virus. I had hand, foot, and mouth about 5 or 6 years ago. And 30 days after I was over it, my fingernails fell off. So there are, yes. And I didn't know that was a thing until it happened. And then I Googled it, and it's definitely a thing.
Well, now you're scaring me because I take pride in my fingernails.
I'm not saying that will happen, but I'm just saying that, like, even in viruses that we know, what to expect and what can happen, you can have kind of like that, almost like that final purge, like your body is just kind of like kicking it at the end. So, COVID, is serious. And I think think that you would just be over it and okay. Like everybody obviously reacts differently. So maybe this is just kind of like your body's final like push of that illness.
Listen.
Also, I'm not a doctor and I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's making sense though. Bitch, I'm not a doctor and I'm telling you something's wrong. I know that my skin is not. And so then I came home. Usually I come home and I'm like floating after these things, because I'm like, bitch, I take my hair down, I flip it all around in his face. And I'm like, girl, are you looking at my skin? Like, honestly, have you ever seen a beauty to behold? Like, what the fuck? And I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of that. I came home and he was like, what? And I was like, babe, I think I have long COVID. He's like, stop with that. Because, he's getting upset with me. He's getting upset with me because I keep saying it. And I'm like, he's like, dude, it's fucking wintertime. You have eczema. You've always had dry skin. I run the heat at night. So, of course, your throat's going to get dried out. You're going to get a bloody nose. Your skin's going to be dry. Like, it's nothing serious. I just had it. Like, what the fuck? My skin felt dry. I went in there. I exfoliated it with a washcloth, whatever. But the thing was, his skin felt dry last week. He exfoliated with a washcloth, and he thought he was exfoliating like normal, like washing his face with a washcloth. He came out, and his face had like red lesions all over. I said, what the fuck? He goes, dude, I accidentally rubbed my face off. And I was like, that's never happened before. He's like, no, I just scrubbed too hard. I was like, babe, that's never happened before. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. You had extra skin sensitivity. You thought you were rubbing normal, but your skin was super sensitive. Shit has changed. And now you have red welts, like red welts and splotches all over your face like you were sunburnt. And he was like, no, babe, it's just that it's wintertime. He doesn't want to believe me. I'm like, you could not believe me all you want, but when I go sign up for a long COVID trial and move out and live in a place and they test me all week and all day, I'm going to be living, okay? Because I know that I'm going to dedicate my life to science now that I have long COVID. I'm serious. See, y'all laugh. You see, and that's the shit I'm talking about. That's that shit I'm talking about. I'm being dead ass serious. I'm upset and everybody thinks it's funny. I'm being for real right now.
No, I'm just laughing because I'm nervous for you. That's it. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing near you.
What? Dude, it's long COVID. I don't care what nobody say. This has never happened to me before.
PMA, positive mental attitude. Remind yourself that you were just really sick. So now you need to focus on like rebuilding your immune system. Eat well, eat whole foods, try to avoid sugar as much as possible, get rest as much as possible. Like it is time to, double down on all of those good self-care practices and see if that doesn't help to start like moving the process along. You're doing all the right things, but just keep going.
Okay. Riddle me this, Dr. Strong. Back to the appetite. So I prepare dinner for the girls, whatever. And I always have this, like you'll slave over, well, you don't, but you know how like you'll slave over a meal? And then I just have to throw that in there. You don't be cooking with your ass.
Hey, listen, I made up my own recipe recently and I made it last night. So thank you very much.
A recipe of what? What'd you make?
Okay, so I made up this thing one night like a couple months ago because Chris was gone and I didn't know what to feed the kids. And we had crescent rolls, we had turkey bacon, and we had eggs. And I was like, I am going to take these crescent rolls. I'm going to cut that little triangle in half. I'm going to make my bacon. I'm going to scramble my eggs. And then I spread a thin layer of cream cheese inside the crescent roll. Then I take my bacon and egg mixture. I put that in. I sprinkle a little bit of cheddar cheese on it. And then I roll it up and I make these little pockets. Well, last night I had biscuits. So I cut that little biscuit in half and then I put it in the egg and the bacon and the cheese in the middle. And this time I put butter on the inside instead of cream cheese. And then I mushed it together at the edges to make like a little pocket. And then on the top, I put a little piece of bacon. They ended up kind of looking like boobs. And then I sprinkled a little bit of cheese in the center, like on the top of the muffin. And then I baked it. And they were so good. So thank you very much. There's your recipe for the week.
This girl made bacon, egg, and cheese with a crescent roll. She just put it all together and was like, look at me, I invented a recipe. See what had happened. Girl, you just put the ingredients in a motherfucking pan and put it in the oven. You literally could have saved time and scrambled eggs, made the bacon, and made the crescent roll and served it all on a plate. No, listen, I love your ingenuity.
But I presented it in a new way that my kids were excited about because breakfast for dinner is a staple in our house. So this
I love
way,
breakfast
it
for
was
dinner.
like,
We just did it yesterday. I know. It's a cool thing.
It's so easy.
Okay, but I'm still a lot of work. Okay.
Okay, so
but I'm
you were
happy.
cooking.
I'm yes. So when you slave over a meal, she said, "I'm sorry. I'll have you know that I fucking invented something." Okay, they don't call me Amanda Ina Gartenstrong for no reason. She's like, "What I did was, the crescent rolls," which is so weird because I literally made Shalom bacon, scrambled eggs, and crescent rolls for her snack after school.
Oh, really?
Like yesterday. But except, they were all served separately because my kids can't have their stuff touching. Like if I would have done what you just did, I would have wasted all of the food because they'd be like, why are these touching? Why are these touching? Okay, so you know how many times I've asked, you should make a sandwich. We've said it a million times. What if we put the bacon and egg inside of the English muffin? They're like, why would we do that? Okay, anyway. So you slave over a meal and then you don't feel like eating it. You don't feel like eating it. I have this all the time. So last night I made the salmon and Justin was like, babe, just cook the salmon and I'm going to make you a salad. So he did baby spinach. He did thinly sliced cucumbers, which is how I like it. He did little tiny triangles of tomato, salt, pepper, a little bit of feta cheese, and I shucked the corn because Shalom has braces now. I put some of the corn on top, and then I put that little tiny piece of salmon in, and it was a beautiful, healthy salad. I did a little Auntie Anne's shiitake mushroom vinaigrette. That's my favorite. I did like a tiny cap full of that. So I'm eating the salad, and, I'm trying to get through it was the smallest piece of salmon. I couldn't do it. I ended up giving him half my salad, and I just have no appetite, which, me and my relationship with food, I'm not tripping about that. That's fine.
Right.
But I'm just not hungry. Ever.
So I think what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to just kind of like force yourself to get that nutrition. And so I would say, like, if you're not feeling up to like eating something that you're chewing, make yourself a smoothie and, you know, throw extra shit in there just so that you're getting those nutrients, because you're going to have, I mean, it's really easy to kind of fall into that trap. And then you're going to start, if your appetite does start coming back and you're so used to ignoring like any of those bodily cues, it might be hard to get back into that habit of like eating regularly, eating well, all of that kind of stuff. So maybe just aim for like one like really packed smoothie per day, get carbs, fats, proteins in it. And then, you know, at least you've had like one like well-rounded solid dose of like nutrients.
Yeah, because the other problem is, you know, once you get too skinny, all the skincare you're doing to your face won't matter because now your face looks hollowed
Your
out and
face
crazy.
is going to be so fucked up.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, girl. So
You're in quite the pickle.
that's my fear mongering for today. Is I'm telling you, skin sensitivity is on the horizon with recovery from COVID.
That's terrifying.
I mean, and like, I wasn't terrified of a ventilator. I wasn't terrified of death. But now you have me facing with, hold on, you got my skin fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's like, in Israel, they just found out that the fourth booster didn't do nothing. Omicron said, That's what Omicron said about the fourth booster.
I heard about that. I was like, oh, great, cool. I'm so glad that this is. It is what it is, isn't it?
So I'm just really excited to never leave the house. So I'm in the market for new side tables. Thinking about maybe a different storage solution. You know, because if you're going to be in your house all the time, you got to love it.
I mean, what do you think that we're doing right now?
Yeah, that's what y'all are doing.
Exactly that. I finalized the plans for the bathroom down here. I think this weekend we cleaned out the whole section that we're going to be finishing off. I moved everything down into the right side. I took painter's tape and I marked out the floor where I wanted outlets. Like, yes, if we're going to be here for the long haul, we better love it.
I love a floor outlet.
I'm excited. I
do.
finally put everything together. I was having a really hard time making choices because the possibilities are endless. It's really hard to narrow down.
I know, but go slow so that you just love everything that you do, you know?
Yeah, well, the one thing that I needed to figure out was I needed to pick a sink vanity because I'm going to have the plumbing done while they're doing the framing. So that was like something that I needed to have right away because that was going to kind of set the tone. Like, I can wait on, you know, the walls, I can wait on a lot of things, but like that and the floors were kind of like the most important piece.
Yeah.
And I think I have those figured out. So, and then, you know, the sink was going to determine like what kind of mirror, and then the mirror is going to determine what kind of sconces can I put up. And so it's like, you can't, I need it finished to the point where like, if I do need to take my time and go slowly, I can, but I think I have it all figured out.
But the room is still functional while you're making choices. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your little podcast studio going?
It's good. I think that after listening to the last couple weeks, I think I do need to get those little foam tiles, but it's been like I have a little armchair coming within the next few days. It was on back order, but I just got a notification. So it's really become like, I've been so productive down here. It's so cute. It is truly all mine. And sometimes I just come down here and shut the door and hang out because there's really not space in my house where like I can go and be by myself. Like, I can go in my room, but they always find me in there. They always come in. But for some reason, maybe because this is like, I don't know, it's right next to their fucking TV area. So it's not like they're down here, but they leave me alone.
Yes. No.
And I can
it's the
read
power.
or
I don't know what it is because my little office where my desk setup is for when I do my work in the morning is right off of the kitchen and at the top of the stairs. So you're not going to, I'm right there.
You're not hidden. Yeah.
I'm in the literal center of the home. If you're standing in the kitchen, I'm right there and you can start bothering me and shit. But for some reason, I go into that little alcove and they just walk on by. But if I go in my room, they're up in there.
Yes, I know. And they come in like we found a really old steel tanker desk for Chris because he had originally purchased a very expensive standing desk when he thought he was going to be working from home full time. And he was like, I think I'm just going to keep it rather than bother with sending it back. And I was like, babe, that desk was over $1,000, like all in, all the parts and pieces and all that bullshit. I was like, if you're only going to be working down here like a couple hours on the weekend, that is too expensive. So we found this beautiful, heavy ass vintage desk. It came disassembled, so we probably spent a good hour down here trying to figure out how to put it together, but it's great. And so now Quinn will come down here sometimes and play Roblox because we have a family desktop computer, but she's very quiet and does her own thing. And she was laughing at me last week. She was in here while I was trying to record that outro. And I seriously recorded it like 15 times and she was just like cracking up the whole time. She's like, you're so stupid. I was like, shut up, leave me alone.
Dude, you can record in front of people. I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me. She was just, building her little Roblox house.
Ooh, that makes me so nervous.
Oh, really?
Yes. I can't, like, even if Justin's in the room outside the door, I'm like, get out.
Really?
Yes, because I've been in here like, coming up next on this Prankapalooza. I've been in here acting like a dumbass.
Oh, yeah. No, I would be like, thanks again for listening to this episode of Imperfect Strangers Podcast. As always, you can find us. And I was like, fuck. Okay, hold on. I got to start again. She's like, what are you even doing? But she said she wanted a sweatshirt the other day. I saw that Shalom wouldn't carry our keychain. But maybe she's not as embarrassed of me as I think she is.
Oh, Shalom would not carry the keychain. She was like, ooh, this is so cute. And she was playing with it and our little heads were floating around.
Yeah.
She's like, ooh. She started putting it in her backpack. And then I watched her come to the realization. She stopped putting it and then handed it to me and was like, I was like, no, you can use it. It's cute. You can use it. Oh, my God. She's like, no, it's okay. I was like, what? Why? She's like, it's okay. And I could see she didn't want to hurt my feelings. I was like, dude, you can use it. She's like, no, because then my friends are going to Google it. And then, and I was like, I'm not on there talking about anything. She's like, Mom, have you met you?
She knows better.
Yeah, so I got to order Quinn a sweatshirt.
Yeah, so I think that Bennett is like super into it. I tie-dyed the two of our original face tees. We had like a tie-dye kit, and so I tie-dyed both of them just for fun. And when they came out, Bennett was really excited to see it, and he was like, oh, Mom, you should sell those as limited edition merch. You should just like make your own handmade and sell them. And I was like, okay, do you want to become the Imperfect Strangers business manager? Because
you be down there tie-dyeing all day.
He's super into it.
That's because you're in the third year of the pandemic, and that tie-dye kit has come in handy.
I can't even tell you how many tie-dye kits I've purchased since 2020. We've tie-dyed a lot of shit.
Dude, keep the kits because we are not coming out of this pandemic anytime soon. There's a new motherfucker brewing in France, I hope you know.
No, I don't know, but I'm sure you're going to tell me about it. What's going on?
I'm just saying the variants are still growing. This is, this is going to be a thing that, it's just what's going to have to start happening.
To be expected.
What's going to have to start happening is they're going to have to start making vaccines specific to strains. But the problem is they can't do it fast enough. So, like, we can't know what Omicron is and have a strain and have it ready for it. You know what I'm saying? You can't predict what the next mutation is going to be. So we're just going to be in this, like, fucked up holding pattern.
Well, I would assume that they would maybe develop something more inclusive once this starts to peter out, right?
I mean, I hope.
I mean, it can't rage like this forever.
It can't.
I'm hopeful that we'll get to a point where, we could have a vaccine that would be inclusive. You know, maybe it's like the flu shot, maybe it's, you know, more like the MMR, or, you know,
and I'll
polio.
take it. Everybody's like, you know, it's just going to be a thing where we'll have to get a shot every year. No, bitch, you're going to have to get a shot every 3 months.
But maybe they can, you know, maybe the science is there and they can figure it out and it'll be something that's longer lasting. Every 3 months, that's a lot.
And I'll do it. Because I don't ever, like, if I get COVID a second time, oh girl, it's over. It's over. It's over. Hide the firearms. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. If it happens to me a second time, that's it. I swear to God. Oh, no one is safe. I'm talking.
Breaking news.
Yes.
A local Long Island woman has opened fire.
She did. She did. She released the crack and she let the chopper motherfucking spray. I will be, like, there are people out there that are on their 3rd and 4th round.
I know.
And I'm like, you don't know what that's doing. What? I don't understand how everybody's just very cool with this. But the other thing is, I talked to JJ last night and JJ was like, because JJ is fed up. He can't believe he can't believe he still doesn't have it, and he's just like, he's hunkering down more than he's stayed hunkered down. He don't be going nowhere, but but it's gotten even crazier for him because he's just like mentally in a place where he's like, I cannot afford to get just because he's heard from everybody when they have it. He's like, I don't want to do that. I cannot do that. And, you know, he has a fear, you know, your relationship with mortality changes when you see it all around you, you know?
Yeah.
So, he's like, I just don't want to get it. And so we got into our COVID spiral. Justin hates when me and JJ, when I go in the back room, when I got my things on and I go in the back room and me and JJ just be one-upping each other. Yeah, and what about this part? Girl, I know you heard that, didn't you? JJ, you saw in the news when they said this. He's like, girl, how about, so like he and I get into our COVID spirals because that's what a true friend does. Hold a motherfucker down with her interests. We were in our COVID spiral, and at one point, Justin was just like, babe, enough. JJ, she has to go. She has to go.
But it's hard. Like, at this point now, I was telling the boys, because I think Lennox was mad. Both boys like to wear double masks. Even though they have the N94 or the K94 or whatever that's called, they don't like the way that it feels on their face. So they like to put either like a little thin cloth mask under it so that their face is kind of protected, or they put something over it. And Lennox was like, I hate this. And I was like, listen, I go, guys, this is now a video game, and your goal is to make it to summer without getting COVID. And I was like, it's a competition. I was like, you're going to be better than everybody else.
Yep.
I was like, figure it out. Pretend like this is Fortnite and you don't want to get shot. Put your fucking mask on. We're not trying to get this now.
100%. It was like, dude, not having COVID became my personality, and it was gone, whipped away from me.
I know. And I wasn't even like, I was just trying over here to like mentally survive and like not listen to the news and not pay attention, but also like be careful, but also I'm at the point now where the few interactions that we had in public prior to Omicron becoming prominent, I felt like an alien coming into something for the first time. Like my mother-in-law took the kids early December overnight, and Chris and I went downtown and we stayed in a hotel. We had dinner at the restaurant downstairs, and it wasn't busy. We were seated off into the corner by ourselves, but like I had this alertness, this like hypersensitivity to like everything that was going on around me and where everybody was, and like it was hard to enjoy myself because that ticker in the back of my head was constantly reminding me that at any moment this could be the time where I catch it. That's, I think, going to be the hardest thing to come out of, because I watch TV now. We were watching this show called Archive 81, which is fantastic. But the entire time I kept thinking, like, where's their masks? Oh my God, they're so close. And it's just like, it's all that occupies my brain if I let myself go there.
See, what you are explaining sounds like a person who is operating with sound mind. Yes, that's what it takes. Yes.
To some in this community, yes. But for others, it is bonkers. I'm just, it's hard. We were supposed to go out to dinner at the end of December for Chris's birthday. My dad gifted us a generous gift card, and I planned it for a Wednesday night at 5:45, thinking we could go in.
And then you could do your little appointment. Ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-bum-bum.
But I had to cancel. I was like, I can't.
Amanda be fucking on Wednesdays, in case y'all forgot. No.
You know what? It didn't occur to me that that's now something in the back of people's minds, because Sharon posted something today and I was like, wow, yeah, everybody knows that in my house.
They're not going to know.
At those times.
They're not going to know. Nobody's going to know.
How are they going to know? Because you fucking said it on a podcast for anybody to listen to. Way to go, Amanda.
No, and what's hilarious is I posted that TikTok yesterday after Barry sent it. Barry sent it to us. I was like, oh, I'm going to post it in the TikTok, whatever. It's Wednesday. And then Justin Beck had the nerve to come in here this morning and be like, I saw y'all's TikTok. I was like, no, you didn't. That wasn't out. What are you? He's like, no, the appointment. I was like, okay, you got me confused with Amanda. Amanda has appointments on Wednesday. He's like, I know, but it's Thursday now. I was like, we don't have an appointment arrangement. We don't have an appointment arrangement, though. So.
He's still trying. Gotta give it to him for trying.
The King of Kings is trying.
You know what? I guess if he gets that hard up for it, he could always contact the real Lisa Bonet. It sounds like she's down.
Oh, she's obsessed with him, apparently. What were we talking about?
I don't even know. Not getting COVID.
Okay, yeah. So that's what it takes. That's what it takes.
God bless Bennett. He came home. So when he goes to karate, they have like the little athletic masks. And so it's like a layer of mesh on the inside and then like that technical fabric with a little liner in it. So I feel like that's sufficient. Everybody in karate's masked. So I haven't really been concerned because they're really strict about it. And he came home from karate. He had it on Tuesday. And when I got home from work, the kids leave their little masks on the console table inside the door. And Bennett has his little athletic mask and his N94, what is it? K94?
KN94.
Whatever. Okay, yeah. And I was like, did you double mask for karate tonight? He was like, yeah, I did. And I was like, Bennett, I love you so much. I was like, you're my favorite COVID child.
He had to. Girl, we quit
He's like Maja.
Yes, we quit Krav Maga. We're done with that.
You did? Mm-hmm. This week? Wait, but you were just there.
Well, we finished it. We finished our session, and we're just not going to re-up because it's Omicron.
Yeah, but did the kids have to be masked?
Yes, but so. It's still close contact. It's a bunch of heavy breathing, and I got to sit in there for 2 hours, exposed like a motherfucking nut.
Oh,
we're not doing all
We're not allowed to go in. So you have to drop your kid at the dojo, and they have seats outside in the hallway, but you can't go inside. Just the kids can. They have to walk in. They sanitize their hands. They put their stuff off to the side. When they leave, they have to sanitize their hands again. I mean, they've been pretty good with it since the jump.
Oh, Shira, I've tried before to wait in the car, and Shira will not go onto the mat unless I'm in the building and she can see me. So I'm just like, you know what? She's not ready for this. She's not ready for this. Maybe we need to put them in like a African dance class outside Rebecca Bla's band. No,
that's getting cut.
What happened? What just happened? See, COVID fog. Why did I do that? See, long COVID. My thoughts are just scattered and jumping around. I don't know. I got to find different activities. Right now it's too cold, but like it's regular flu, COVID, Omicron. Mm-hmm. It's too much. And it also was eating up my Sunday, and they don't even love it, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if they don't love it, that's a lot of money to spend. I'm putting my kids in nature camp. There's a nature camp that starts next month, and it's like 4 Saturdays from now. I'm on this new kick. I didn't tell you this. So I'm on this new kick where, like, after that conversation, we were like, we're just surviving in 2022. In an effort to, like, have something to look forward to or something to do, I've started, like, aggressively signing us up for activities. So, like, last weekend, we went and collected sap and learned how to make syrup at the nature center. I signed us up for a full moon walk, I think in April. And then
Cute.
I signed us up for, they do this program where there's a tree here native to Ohio called the pawpaw tree, and it produces this really delicious fruit. There's like pawpaw festivals, like it's a big deal. So you can go to the farm, which is like, what is the word I want? It's like part of the nature center, but it's like its separate place or whatever. And so you get to go plant pawpaw trees, and then you can take seeds home and plant them at your house. So I'm trying to like do more stuff like that, because right before the pandemic hit, we were making a solid effort. Like on Sundays, we would pick an activity, we would go do something together as a family, have lunch, because I think it's easy for us, especially to get like wrapped up in like the to-dos at the house, like the laundry and the cleaning and the, you know, the renovations and the fixing up. So I'm trying to get like back into that. And the sap collection was super fun. It was just an hour. It was outside. Everybody was masked. Kids got to taste syrup, you know, that was made there at the nature center. So maybe try just like, you know.
You're right. That's what we need to do. We need to do outdoor stuff. Not now because it's too cold. But
yeah,
when it warms up, Shalom asked me if we could go to I don't know who I've become, but I agreed. I don't know what the fuck. It's like a zip lining place in the forest. She's like, can we do it? And I was like, okay. I mean, I really
like a ropes course.
I'm thinking of when I hear about that, I think, oh God, Ponytail's going to get caught into the fucking line pull and someone's going to get scalped. But that's fine. We can do it. It'll be fun.
So they all get a French braid that day. No ponytails.
But she said she wants to do that. So when it warms up and it opens up, we'll go do that. We'll take her. There's a park here called Comset Park, and it's like by water, but you got to hike this big ass trail. I went to it before. Remember when Justin made me go to the park? It was that.
Yeah.
When it warms up, we'll do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Omicron for us. So it's going to be outdoor activities. Shalom has felt like, you know, she has no life, whatever. So she asked it. She goes, Mom, since you keep saying we have super immunity, can we please go to PacSun? I'm like, what?
Aww.
So I took her to the mall, just, you know, on a little mini shopping spree with our super immunity. And,
yeah,
you know, she was alive after that because we literally don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And Justin's like, we got to go places now while we can. Inside with our little bit of super immunity. He's like, and then in the springtime, we'll just start, you know, going and doing things. But remember, Justin's going on tour in March. So
yeah, that's right.
I'm going to be here with these three kids by myself. And I'm going to be the one that's in charge of doing these outdoor activities. So when you are off on your Googles looking for fucking trees to climb and fucking cows to milk and shit, type in Long Island, New York, and send me a link because I'm terrible at that shit. You're gonna be like, what?
You know, I'm sure you have lots of fun stuff.
You're gonna be sending me fucked up links, and I'm gonna be like, Amanda's suggestion today, girls, is we are going to such and such farm. They're gonna be like, you know what, that Amanda lady.
You're gonna go churn butter. No, I bet you have, I mean, these would obviously be like closer to summer and fall, but I bet you have apple orchards where you could go pick apples. I'm sure you have berry farms where you could go pick berries, make a day of it. Like we have a place north of here called Young's Dairy Farm, and it's like a working farm, and you can go have ice cream, you can have lunch, you can see the animals. There's like the tractor rides or whatever.
Okay, we'll do that.
And if you pick some place that you have to drive through, then you're going to easily kill an hour both ways. So there's 2 hours out of your way. So you really only have to find an activity that lasts like an hour, 2 hours. You've exhausted them. You've killed a large chunk of your day.
I know, but I've exhausted me. I've exhausted me. That's the problem. But you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because my kids, I'm going to do it. They're all going to be complaining, but I'm going to do it.
Listen, mine were so upset on Saturday when we were getting them ready to go. Like Bennett was Bennett hates a physical activity. Bennett hates an outdoor moment.
That's my
he
baby.
Was not
That's my
into
friend.
It.
That's my friend
Crying.
right there.
Why did you have to do this to us? I said, listen, I'm trying to find things for us to do as a family that are safe and fun. And he ended up having a good time and gave me a hug when we were finished and was like, thank you for doing this. And I was like, you're welcome. So
that's my friend. I mean, listen.
You might.
Kelly said that she thinks that I'm a secret outdoor person. She goes, you know what? I bet this is all hullabaloo and talk. She's like, I think that you would probably love camping. You would probably love hiking. She goes, I bet there's a secret person inside you that loves this shit. And I was like, okay, girl. And she's like, we're going to test it out. We're going to see.
You just have to find the right activity.
I know. And it's usually like add to cart.
Okay, so maybe the add to cart moment is the purchasing of the supplies and or accessories necessary for the activity. So you get to like scratch that itch and then you get to go experience something new. Like what about I'm trying to think of like,
ooh, that would be cute because I do have really cute like military grade desert boots. Ooh. That might be a look. That might be a cute little look. Okay.
With your little black bike shorts.
Ooh! Shaved
very
legs.
90s. Yes.
Oh my God.
So
a New York Yankees fitted cap. Giant hoop earrings. Maybe a burgundy lip. Okay. Oversized black tee. Oh my God.
Yes.
Not my jean jacket.
You are ready to go.
Super
now
moisturized.
You just have to pick the activity.
Oh, I got to think of my purse. Oh, I'm going to need a Gucci crossbody.
Yeah, you're going to need something where you can be hands-free.
Oh my God. I also have a new cute little picnic basket I can bring. It's green. A Kelly green picnic basket that I have. Adorable.
Okay. A fancy water bottle.
Oh my gosh. Gummies.
Yep.
So like the birds and the bees and the dragonflies and all that shit could start talking to me and everything could be like, like, you know, when you look at a puddle at a gas station and it's those iridescent colors.
Yes.
Okay, I just got high on my hike. Okay.
This summer when I would drop Lennox off at his little reading camp, we are close. His school's right across the street from this park and I can hike one of my favorite trails. And I would go like halfway down the trail. I would walk down to the creek and I would just sit on a dry flat rock because it's like a really wide, gentle creek. And I would just sit and I would turn off my headphones and just close my eyes. And for like 10 minutes, just sit there in the quiet and listen to the water and listen to the birds. And it was like that nice little boost to like start my day like on a positive note. So maybe this is your year to start to lean into your like connection to the natural world. Maybe that's what's missing.
My secret outdoor person. If there's fashions and I'm comfortable and I'm not ashy, I could do it. And if I'm not ashy, I could do it.
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see. Don't start getting crazy. So start sending me links of outdoor activities that you think I could do.
Okay. I'll find stuff.
Look at me. I just made you the taskmaster.
It's okay. I like it.
Okay, great. Then, you know, this spring, me and my girls, while Daddy's on tour, getting COVID and making money, we're going to be hiking and cherry picking and begging. See, the problem is I need to find a person to come with us so that I can take my gummy. Okay, that's good. We're going to figure that out. Mom, are you okay? Yes. What are you talking about? Why don't you ask the babysitter? Go ahead with her. I'll be here. Oh my God, what if I can get, I'm going to get a walking stick. I'm going to decorate it with different bows and ribbons and satins.
Yes. You get some like Born or like Birkenstock sandals.
With the fur inside?
Yes.
Not my walking stick. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to buy 4 walking sticks, and the first activity that you do is that you all get to decorate your walking stick.
No, I'm going to go on Etsy and get it done. What are you talking about? I'm doing all this. I want my walking stick to have jewels. I want it to have little bells and shit. Also, I'll have it too so that when people start complaining, go on the back of them thighs. Shut your ass up. We're outside and we're having fun, goddammit. See how I always make it go back to violence? It's like it's just inside me, you know? Okay, girl, let me go. I got to go do spreadsheets. I got to go do QuickBooks. I got to get a coffee. All right. Good luck on your no pervert journey. I'm rooting for you, bitch. I'm rooting for you. I really need you to not get COVID.
Thank you. I was going to make a sign like 0 days without an incident and like put a tally up of how many days we've gone without getting COVID.
I almost feel like if you do get it, you should just not tell me because you're like the last bastion of hope that I have. And you shouldn't even.
Everybody has it.
And your ass should have already had the motherfucker 2 years ago.
I mean, within the last year and a half, yes, I should have gotten it multiple times. So who knows why I am the chosen one?
You're not the chosen one. Don't you ever say that I'm the chosen one. I just
why
knocked on all the
does
wood.
God favor me? Oh, the caucasity.
God loves you. Jesus loves you. Oh my God, the white privilege. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being a stranger friend. If you haven't yet, we would like to ask you, if you listen on Apple Podcasts, you can leave us a rating and a review. And listen, we don't ask for these for head pats. Do we love them? Yeah, we do. But when you leave a rating and a review for your favorite podcast, 5 stars, please. It helps to boost that podcast's signal. It helps new listeners to find us. So if you wouldn't mind, we would love it. Also, if you listen on Spotify, you can now leave ratings for your favorite podcasts. So tap those 5 stars, smash that like button, kids. We will see you back here on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern for a Monday Night Live. Lately, you guys, I don't know what is in the water or the weed, but they have been ridiculous. So make sure that you don't miss out because you know when you miss a live, you miss a lot. But if you're like, man, I wish I could catch a live, I regularly do not get to see them because I have an actual adult life and things going on and I'm just not available all the time. Totally fine. You can join our Patreon. So smooth. Patreon.com/imperfect strangers. We have archived every Monday Night Live, except for that time when my repost app ate like 6 weeks of them. But there's a ton of shit in there. Zoom parties are in there. Our interview, meet and greet with Shorty and Mercy is in there. There's no commitment. You can go month to month. You can listen to bonus episodes, full-length episodes. We have all of our cousins' episodes that we've recorded in there. There are newsletters, a private Discord chat server, which I feel like is just kind of group therapy at this point. It is my favorite place to be. You can visit our website, imperfectstrangerspodcast.com. You can listen to the show there. You can learn more about us. You can get linked up to our merch. Get yourself a sweatshirt. It is the coziest, most comfortable thing. I literally live in mine. I don't know what I would do without them. What else? I think that's it. So guys, ladies, friends beyond the binary, be well, wear your mask. And if you still haven't got COVID, high fives to you. We are the last standing. Maybe we should get matching jackets. I'm just saying. So anyways, all right, guys, take care. We'll see you on Monday. Thank you. Goodbye.